My name is John Miller, and I work for the Federal Highway Administration in the New Jersey Division. And we work primarily with our partnering agency, which is New Jersey Department of Transportation, to move forward state highway projects and programs funded with federal aid highway program funds. It's very important. A state transportation agency that has a good maintenance program can have the ability to extend the useful service life of the facilities within its inventory. A well-planned maintenance preservation program will help ensure that needed rehabilitation or replacement occurs before the facility deteriorates so far that only emergency or urgent action is required, which puts added pressure on funding, designers, and the public. So maintenance, if it's well planned and well thought out, can lead benefits down the road and essentially reduce future rehabilitation and replacement costs. There can be. There's a number of considerations that may happen that add to unforeseen costs, which ultimately could affect the overall project budget. Unknown site conditions, weather or other types of delays, such as utility delays, design or construction oversights, all these can contribute to costs that were not foreseen in the beginning of the project. Now, normally, standard specifications and project specifications cover who's ultimately responsible for these things in an attempt to assign risk and assign who's most responsible for these costs. But sometimes these issues end up going through a claims process, and that can increase costs even more. Well, because many people rely on the design that's developed. From the onset, project owners and designers need to know with a fairly high degree of confidence exactly what will the project design cost, because they need to plan for that before it gets into a contractor's hand to be built. The contractors themselves, they need to know that once they have a set of plans to build from, that those plans are accurate and that essentially everything will fit together. In addition, they need to know that what's represented on the plans is something that they can cost out for their bid, because their bid is going to be the basis for whether or not they can make money on the project. So it's very important that the project itself is developed to a high degree of accuracy so that a contractor can develop a sound, reasonable bid. And the other thing is, once the design is actually constructed, it's important that the intended design standards that were presented in the plans are actually built in the field, so that the public can realize the benefit of what was being designed originally in the project. Well, there's a number of types of workshops. The first and foremost would be technical workshops. They're important. Engineers need to be kept up to date with the latest technology, the latest practices, if they can be implemented into a given project that's under design. Sometimes efficiencies can be realized, and just better products can be implemented into a project simply because we're taking advantage of the latest technology. So that's important. The other thing is, due to the complexity of many of these projects, it helps to understand successes and needs for improvement in project management techniques. So project management is another type of workshop that's very valuable to engineers that are working on these types of projects. Well, I believe, first off, I enjoy it. It's never boring. There's a wide range of challenges. There's an opportunity to work with many different people, many different teams on a daily basis. Always something different, and I enjoy that. But at the end of the day, we're all working together for a common goal, and that is bringing together a real benefit to the public in general by introducing a new project, either in a region or a locale, where some real benefit can be realized. One of the most satisfying things I hear is when someone who uses a facility that was just recently opening up, such as a new bridge or a new ramp or a new configuration on the highway, when they say, "This is such a great improvement, I don't know how we got along without it before." That's to me is satisfaction It takes a long time going through the design process on these jobs due to their complexity. It takes a long time to get to that point, but when you do, that's really the reason why I'm very satisfied in the direction my career is taking.